Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to Inside the Newsroom. I'm Maddie Paul. I hope you all enjoyed your weekend. I know that I certainly did. Spent a lot of time outside, much to my surprise. But I know this week I'm going to be outside a lot more than last week. We'll get to that in a second. This is Inside the Newsroom. We bring you the trending stories of the KELOLAND area and bring in our newsroom staff members to talk about the stories that you see every day on our newscasts and online at KELOLAND.com. To start off, let's talk about that warmer weather. Scott?
Yes,
that's
I'm right
the
here.
Lead. Here he is. Because I was going to say, this weekend, I keep getting scared with weekends that I think it's always going to be like very cold. And I'm just going to want to huddle up and stay inside. But like the past 2 weekends have been darling.
Have they?
The D word, darling.
Now, have you been out early in the morning?
No.
No. Okay. Well, because we felt a 35 on Sunday.
30? What?
Yeah, we did. You were sleeping in.
I sure was. I woke
know,
up at like 7 at least.
Okay.
So it's not, I mean, that's early, but that's not, what'd you say, 3:30? No, you said 35. 35 degrees. We're not talking time. 35 degrees on Sunday morning. But then we were able to rebound to the lower 70s. So during the day when you were outside, oh yeah,
it was great. Little wind, not much wind at all. But we have a lot warmer weather coming this week.
I'm excited
80s.
about that. Say it again.
Back
Say
to the
it again.
80s.
Say it.
Thicker humidity. So again,
Okay, that's fine.
Is it okay?
Yeah, I'll smile. I'll go from this smile to like,
No, yeah, but it's still warm.
oh, it's
Okay, warm, a little
much
humid.
better.
We might be able to bring in a couple of scattered showers, thunderstorms, which are needed for us around the Sioux Falls
starting
area.
tonight, right?
Yeah, there could be a couple of isolated showers, thunderstorms, maybe tonight leading into tomorrow morning. And then we could see some redevelopment late in the day tomorrow. So we have some scattered activity for, the front end of this forecast. And then I would say dry in the middle, Wednesday, Thursday, even Friday. And this coming weekend, from this morning, we've had, 30, maybe 40% chances for showers and thunderstorms. But don't be surprised if that gets delayed, too. There's a very slow-moving system that's trying to move across the central and the northern plains that right now it's projecting to come through this weekend, but would not be surprised if that slows down and it keeps our dry and warm weather around, even going beyond that 7-day forecast, keeping temperatures in the 80s for highs.
Gosh, it just makes me think like I'm trying to accept fall right now and really get into it.
Oh, don't worry. It usually swings the other way.
I know. It's always like a very hard pendulum.
Yep.
Very hard, though. It like hits you really hard, I feel like.
Weather whiplash is what we call it sometimes.
That's actually, I like that.
Okay, good.
That should be the next weather show.
Weather whiplash?
Or that could be one of your segments on whether or not, which I'm sure you're covering all of this on whether or not.
Yeah,
too,
and
right?
we also do a weekend recap with some of the coldest temperatures we had in South Dakota this weekend and some of the warmest temperatures we had in South Dakota this weekend. Western and southwestern KELOLAND. We went from the 20s, some areas in the 20s on Saturday morning to the upper 80s and low 90s on Sunday afternoon.
Wow.
How's that for a swing?
90s?
Yeah, Pine Ridge.
Pine Ridge. Oh,
90. But they were also an area that fell to the 20s on Saturday morning. I don't want to give too much away. You need to watch whether or not.
fine. I guess I will. Man.
So it sounds like you had a good weekend.
I had a great weekend. I went out to the Sidewalk Arts Festival, and that was the first time I've gone to that downtown. Because at first, I'm going to be so honest, I kind of forgot about it. And then I was just walking on my walk, doing my thing, and then all the roads
What
are
are all these
blocked
people
off.
doing here?
Yeah, and I was like, why are the roads blocked off? Why are there tents?
There are
And so
tents,
I went.
yeah.
I went, and
What did you get?
I didn't get anything. I will admit, I was like extremely overstimulated.
Did you get anything to eat or drink?
No,
They had food vendors.
I did smell all the delicious fried food, and I was kind of like eyeballing everybody, like, what'd you get? What'd you get? Like all the different fried stuff. It looked like they had like cheese curds. I wanted like cheese curds or like fried Oreos or whatever. I love. It felt like the fair, honestly, like
Well,
when
right.
you were down there.
Oh, I bet it did.
But I was overstimulated by how many people were there, and then also Sioux Falls. We need to talk about foot traffic and which ways you should walk because people were everywhere, just zipping through, and there was no.
Well, you want them to just, follow a line
Yeah,
and
there needs
everything?
to be invisible
needs to
rules.
be arrows on the
Yeah.
ground, on the sidewalk, and then
Invisible
the street
rules.
for everybody to walk on?
Yeah, because I'm a zipper too. I like to zoom, 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 zoom. Like when I walk, I don't
Right,
take my
so-
time. And
So you're one of those people that you're complaining about,
actually,
right?
yeah, I think that. Yeah, actually,
I haven't caught you on that one. Next.
Next, well, I will say it was really fun to go out and see all that. There was a lot of people out. I saw Paul Farmer out too. He was at one of the booths. Which one was it? I forget. But he was there. It was cool to see him.
Was he at the booth?
Yeah, he was like running it.
He was running the booth.
I forget what it was for. Oh, that's too bad. I'm going to have to think back on it. He was just here too. I should have asked him. What did I do Sunday? I forget what I did Sunday. But I was outside again because it was really sunny on Sunday. Did you have a good weekend?
Yeah, I did. Doing a lot of work outside.
Yeah.
Painting the outside of the house, and we'll talk about that. Well, I've probably been mentioning it too much. People just need to look for me. Oh, that's the guy that's painting his house.
There he is.
So that's a big project. We're doing it ourselves.
Anything else you want viewers to know about the upcoming Whether or Not episode?
Well, we talk about snow at the end.
What?
Yeah. It's something that Brian and I have been talking about since probably the last couple of days of August. We bring up computer model that goes out like a month and a half, so 45 days.
Okay.
And then, that takes us into October, where we're in the snow season, so then it tries to spit out at least some chances for snow. So if you've been watching Whether or Not, you know what I'm talking about. It's the one that we usually save toward the end.
You're trying to like jump scare me, give me a little heart attack or something, talking about snow.
Well, I mean, it's
September.
Right, but this model goes out 45 days, so that takes us into October, and that's, snow season. It's always interesting to see when we get our first snows, right? We talk about different patterns and when you can expect the colder air to come back.
You always say that this necklace that I wear is my snowflake necklace, even though it's a flower. So maybe
I know it looks like a snowflake to me.
Maybe I'm
need to get a
manifesting
sunshine.
this. Oh, I should. I'd love that.
Settle down.
No, that's exactly what I need. And I could be manifesting more sunshine for the KELOLAND area.
Then I'll take the snowflake and I'll wear it.
Perfect. It's amazing.
See, I do have a necklace. Let's see if I can dig.
We should get you like another type of tie, more weather ties then.
See, here we go.
Oh, your little chain.
I just don't have a charm on it.
Look at that. See, guys?
How does that look? I think it's better tucked in, right?
No, I like it. No, the managers are like, put it away.
Yep.
Put it away.
It's my bling.
The bling. We both got our bling decked out. All right, Scott, I should be talking to our reporters now. We got some trending stories to get to, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Go ahead and do that. I give you permission. But thanks for having me on.
Of course, Scott. He's signing off now. But catch out Scott and Brian Carson's as they do Whether or Not. That airs at 1:30 today. But, of course, you can watch that episode at any time on demand on KELOLAND Plus, so go ahead and check that out. Stay with us. We're having our newsroom reporters coming on next after the break. Welcome back to Inside the Newsroom. A law enforcement graduation ceremony took place last week, and it highlighted a wide variety of people that we could meet in South Dakota's biggest community. Dan Santella introduces us to just a few of those people.
For Kaylee Dixon, this state law enforcement academy graduation ceremony brings her a sense of fulfillment, along with excitement towards the future.
It was awesome. Very rewarding. We've worked really hard to get here. Very long journey. We still got a long ways to go. We're not everything we want to be yet, but we're a lot of things that we wanted to be 16 weeks ago, which is pretty cool.
For her, the city's size is motivation to serve Sioux Falls.
We get to impact a lot of people. It's the biggest department in the state, so we get to touch on a lot of lives, which I think is pretty cool.
Today, Chief of Police John Toome sees a changing tide.
We're seeing a resurgence in the field of law enforcement. There was a period where young people, I think, decided that's not a profession they want to get into, but we're seeing people come back to this profession.
And the Sioux Falls of 2025 is a diverse and growing metro area, and these graduates today reflect that.
Looking at this group, looking at the potential there, the diversity of background, but also the diversity of age, the diversity of different professions that they've been in, it's a really great group.
And here's Dan Santella right here at the digital desk to talk more about this story. Dan, highlighting Sioux Falls diversity within our police department. How did you find this angle as you were gathering your elements for this story?
It was pretty clear upon looking on the stage and the graduates who were being honored there, and then what Chief Toome had said as well. He highlighted the diversity too, and I think that was, noteworthy, taking a look at that graduation ceremony. And then that's apparent in Sioux Falls, as the city grows, we continue to see that diversity of ages, of perspectives, of professions, of races, of backgrounds, where they come from. And so that was kind of how I wanted to then orient that report.
Yeah. What's something that you think you took away from creating the story?
Just that and I just realized this the other day driving into town, seeing a Sioux Falls population sign. This is a metro area, and you look at that stage with those graduates, and those graduates, look like they reflect a diverse metro area, and that was interesting. And it was interesting talking to that lady we just heard from, Kaylee Dixon, and she told me she's 21 years old. And so she was the youngest in the group. The oldest was 33. So notable age gap there among the graduates.
Yeah, it's interesting to me, too. How many officers graduated?
Well, it was 21. It was from the State Law Enforcement Academy. All, though, are from the Sioux Falls Police Department.
Understood. And it's interesting to hear about, like, the age dynamics that are coming from within the department. Is this something that is obviously new for the department?
That I am not certain about what kind of ages they've gotten in the past. I think that law enforcement as a career is a field, you can enter at 21 or 33, for example. Chief Toom has said that, they have a variety of different people entering law enforcement who were in different fields or disciplines beforehand. And that's interesting too. And it can then, have an impact on what kind of force they have if different officers have certain backgrounds professionally before they came to law enforcement.
Is there anything else you want viewers to either take away from this story or know about this story?
Not especially. I thought it was interesting to hear from a graduate, then also the chief, as always, about, that class and how he was excited about them and everything they'll bring to the city.
Dan, thank you so much for giving us more details about this story. And everyone stick around, because up next, we're looking at the impact from a gym that lost their space from a fire and the update that we're getting a month later. Stay with us. We'll be right back after the break. Welcome back to Inside the Newsroom. A gymnastics club based in northeastern Nebraska has a temporary home in South Dakota after a fire from last month. Kelly Vogt gives us the update.
Last time KELOLAND News caught up with Flippers Gymnastics, the athletes were training at a gym in T. The owner of Calvary Elite Gymnastics had opened up her space to the displaced gymnastics club. But now, Flippers Gymnastics has a different place to train for competition. It's renting a building in Yankton.
It's a little bit tight, but we're not going to let that hold us back. It's making it work. We're going to make it work.
Still, it feels good to have a place to call home, even if it's just temporary.
I mean, it was amazing going to the other gyms, and we appreciate it greatly. But to just have our own space back, our own home for a little while, to see the smiles on the girls' faces, to be able to be together as just a team, and it's amazing.
The girls that are on this team are not all in school together all day long. Some of them come from an hour and a half away, and they've made such amazing friendships and really have empowered each other. So seeing them come back together, build each other back up, knowing that they're going to move into this next competition season even stronger is amazing.
Flippers Gymnastics plans on rebuilding. A portion of its facility in Crofton needs to be torn down.
My hope is to get the outer shell of the building done before winter so that we can work on the inner portion of the building during the winter time. My ultimate goal is to be back in there before summer of next year.
Until then, the gymnasts will keep pressing forward.
It's a story of hope, and Kelly Vogt joins us now at the digital desk to talk more about this story. Kelly, I loved this story. I love the updates that we're able to do here at KELOLAND News whenever we're able to, and this was a great example. How did you decide what sort of angle you wanted your story to be, since this was an updated piece?
Really, I just wanted it to be some new information for people. We told people about their story, and, it was kind of a sad story. Yeah. They had a fire, and, they had to find some place to practice temporarily. And so this was some good news. The good news being that they found a temporary space. So I just wanted to share that update.
Is it hard to do update stories when you have to kind of retell facts from different stories? How do you balance that?
I think you definitely have to get people up to speed, but you don't have to go into so much detail. It's kind of a summary at this point.
Right.
And, once you've told the story into, that great detail, it's a little easier as a writer to summarize.
Good. And then what was it like to re-engage with Sarah, the owner, for this story? Again, because this is all being updated information. So coming back to her and seeing just what the update has been like, what was that like?
It was really nice to catch up with her again. Fewer tears were shed this time. Last time we talked, her building had burned down just, I think, a few days ago or maybe a day ago. So it was really soon after that devastating fire. So I think we had the conversation was not as emotional this time, and she's continuing to be resilient and work really hard for her gymnasts.
Right. And it sounds like Sarah ultimately wants to move back into the old space. Is that correct?
Yes. Some of it needs to be torn down, so they do have to rebuild, but that is the goal.
And then are there any other elements that you find that you will be looking at as the story continues to develop?
Well, we hope to go to the new facility when it's built, but that will not be until next year, so we'll just stand by until that happens. But if people want to help out, there is a fundraiser in Crofton on September 13th. And if you go to my story on KELOLAND.com, you can click on the link, and that will give you the details of what's going on.
And I love that that's still a way that the community can give back, because that's how it really started when this fire first formed, and that gym over in T was able to help this facility in this outreach, And it's just competitive gymnasts too, right? Are they hoping to start doing more classes soon, even with the temporary space? Okay.
Yes. So right now she's just working with her competition girls, but she does want to get the younger girls in there eventually, hopefully this year, to start working with them as well.
Is there anything else you want viewers to know about this story, Kelly?
I think we've covered it. Just go check it out on KELOLAND.com.
Learn more about that fundraiser. Kelly, thank you so much for being here. And everyone, stick around. We're going to wrap things up when we come back after the break. Well, that's all the time that we have today for Inside the Newsroom. Thank you so much for watching and enjoying all of these trending stories and exclusive interviews that we get with our Newsroom staff members about those stories. Inside the Newsroom airs Mondays through Fridays at 1 o'clock here on KELOLAND Plus, but you can watch episodes at any time on demand. Don't forget about that. If you look for the KELOLAND Plus original show section on KELOLAND Plus, you'll be able to watch any show on demand. That includes Whether or Not and even Sports Zone All Access and Eye on KELOLAND Rewind, which will air tonight at 6:30, and then again, anytime on demand. So until next time, have a great day, everyone.